Hello friends, welcome to another episode of My Life, Your Life. People can be mean. People that you've known for a long time. Say people you've known for 5 years have always been nice to you and for no reason at all turn jerky. And I'm not talking about just like gradually, I'm talking, and I haven't seen them since, but just kind of doing something really mean for no reason. We have this thing at our church. It's called the Oktoberfest. Now, Friday night, I was helping my aunt get ready for a garage sale. Saturday morning to afternoon, helping my aunt with her garage sale. The rest of Saturday, helping my mom get toys for the Oktoberfest. Old McDonald's toys, stuff like that. Stuff that you could give away to people for prizes for games. Wake up early, go to church, go over to the Oktoberfest. See my friend Katie. She's not doing well. I'm not saying she's sick. She's doing this ring toss game, and she's like, here, come over here, come play ring toss. And I'm like, oh wait, no one's gonna play ring toss with you. So I hop over, and I make it all fun, and she gets all happy, and doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. She's just a real nice friend that I've known for a long time. And then I'm there for about an hour, and that's not my actual shift, because I did have a shift that I didn't even get to go to. So, and one of my other friends, Leanna, says, hey Forrest, Olivia was supposed to get off 15 minutes ago, go help her. So I go over to the bouncy house, I stay there for about half an hour, and my friend Katie's mom, Susie, she comes to me and she goes, okay Forrest, you're done at the bouncing house, he's going to take over for you. So I tell him what to do, and she goes, okay, now go over to bingo, you're going to do bingo. I go over there, and Katie sees me, she's like, hey, what you doing? I'm like, I'm going to do bingo, and she's like, okay. So we have fun, we do bingo for about an hour. Then Katie's like, oh, I'm going to go get something to eat, I'll be right back. An hour and a half goes by. I'm there by myself, and she does not show up. So I get pretty bored, and I say to the guy who's running it, hey, I'm going to eat and go take a break, and he's like, okay, that's fine. So I go, and I see Katie, and she's just standing around talking to her friend. She's not eating. I mean, she probably did eat. I mean, I understand getting caught up with friends. That's not the bad thing that happened to me. Working the whole weekend kind of sucked. The homecoming game was fun. Sorry, I'm kind of going back and forth. Homecoming game Friday night was fun. So anyway, let's go back. So Katie, I hang out with her and her friends and my friends for a little while. Walk around a little bit, talk, because like I said, I'm homeschooled, and all these people I never get to see. So then I do this basketball game because my dad is driving all my brothers and my sister to St. Louis. So I'm doing this basketball game. And I'm there for like probably 2.5 hours doing this basketball game. And finally, my mom comes over and she's like, hey Forrest, how about I take over for you so you can get a break? And I'm like, oh, thank God. Now the thing is my friends were hanging out with me for a little while at the basketball game, and then they're like, oh, here, let's leave Forrest. Which they didn't say that, but they did. They left me, and I was there, just sitting there. And I was like, ah, thanks guys, thanks for leaving me. Thankfully, one of my really good friends, and I hadn't talked to him for a long time, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, we're just really good friends. His name's Michael. He hangs around with me, shoots some baskets, you know. We get some more money for the game, people trying it out. And then my mom comes and she's like, here Forrest, take a break. And I'm like, okay, Michael, let's go do something. He's like, okay. So then we go. Now then Michael has to leave, so I'm kind of by myself. And I'm like, well, I guess everyone left, because there was like 10 people in the group. And then I see Mrs. Baldwin, Susie, and I'm like, hey, did Katie and John leave? Katie and John being her brother. They're like, oh no, all of them are over at the slide. So there's this like inflatable slide, and I go over there. And I'm like, hey, can I, and they're all sitting at this, it's really big, it's a really big slide. And they're all sitting down, you know, kind of blocking the way, and I'm like, hey guys, you want to go do something? No. They're not even talking, they're just sitting there. I'm like, here, can I come in? Yeah, whatever. I use my tickets, come in, sit down, and it's a huge inflatable thing, I sit down, and the thing moves a little bit, and this thing kind of moves, and they're like, oh my god, Forrest, you're so big, why don't you just leave? Yeah, you're weighing us all down. And I'm like, I'm not the kind of person that likes to fight and argue, and I'm like, screw it, I'm leaving. Katie's at the top of the slide, so I get up there, and I'm like, here, maybe Kate will say something. So I'm like, okay guys, fine, I guess I'll leave since you don't want me here, and she's just kind of sitting there. No, I'm not blaming Katie, I'm blaming Tyler, her friend. Now, Tyler's one that I've known for a long time. We've never been real close friends, but we've been friends. And it wasn't anyone else that said it. He said it, and then everyone else was like, yeah, Forrest, why don't you leave? And I'm like, whatever. So it kind of sucks, you know? Kind of getting rejected, and then nobody caring, you know? So then I kind of go play bingo, lose my mom's money. Sorry, Mom. So, I mean, you can get rejected sometimes. And just try not to let it bother you, because everything happens for a reason. And I was real depressed about it, because I just wanted something to do since I've been working all weekend. And then I ended up working really late that night helping the person who set it up. So, life can be brutal sometimes. Just be happy about it, you know? And cherish the friends you have. And when you lose friends, you always have others. And if you don't, you have family. And if you don't have family, I don't know. But, and I've always got my best friend Beckett to look out for me. He's always my friend. And he always will be. So the homecoming game was fun. Talked to a lot of people. Then today I went to buy winter clothes with my mom. Went out to eat to get some sushi. So yeah. So, just, if you get rejected, or friends are jerky to you, or whatever, just cherish what you have, and when you lose something, don't worry about it. My mom was telling me today that as you get older and people are dying around you, or any of this stuff happens, you start realizing what's really important and what really isn't important. You may, when you're younger, think style is, you know, you always have to have the latest fad, but when you get older and your parents die and all this stuff, you realize clothes mean absolutely nothing. Which, at this time, I agree. I'm not real big into style. I don't have to have the latest fad or whatever it's called, like what everyone wears. I have my own style, but I do like to have new clothes. I do have taste in clothes. I'm not going to put on something really ugly. So, yeah. So, anyway, I hope everyone is doing good. Go right down here and send me a comment telling me about a way you've gotten rejected, either by family, brothers, sisters, friends, whatever. If you've been rejected, or someone's been mean to you, or you feel you're just not being appreciated for who you are, even though you're a good person, send me a message telling me why, and tell me why you're a good person, what you've done, and something that you've done that you're proud of that makes you think you're a good person, and a way that someone's rejected you. So comment, video response, or flip over and send me a message. So, I guess that's it. This hat, my mom got me this hat. I got so much red plaid for winter. This hat is, like, amazing. Yeah, I love it. So, I guess that's about all, guys, and, I'll talk to you soon.